finna get back into this, but that's good though. Like people are tuning in to us without the other channel. So
right.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
That's progress. That's progress.
That's progress. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the part of the show that is new, a new concept for everyone. So we'll still have to introduce it because everybody don't know what this is, but it's called the Lush Buzz. So what the Lush Buzz is, I know it's cute. It's cute because, we're just cute here. But this is all about celebrity gossip or whatever is just, anything trending. So it can be really anything. It don't have to necessarily be specifically celebrities, but lately they've been a hot mess. So that's what we talk about today. So this is our small little segment about it. So of course we're going to come with you with everything that's just pretty much trending and hot right about now. So that's what it is. So we're going to go ahead and get into our first portion of this Lush Buzz. And this one is really,
Ooh,
I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot to put Method Man, but y'all know what I mean. Wendy Williams and Method Man, alleged one-night stand. I know you guys have been...
How do we remember him? METHOD, man.
Yes.
He changed. I don't know. I loved dancing to his music.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, apparently he's in the media right now. He's been kind of low key and doing his business thing in the back, and ain't nobody been, he's doing his thing. But Miss Wendy Williams decided, oh well, I'm coming out with a biopic that I think it released last weekend or Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was supposed to have been watching it. I don't got busy, y'all, so I didn't even check it out. Whatever.
I ain't seen it either.
I ain't synced it. So apparently
that's bad. None of us saw it.
Hey, that's all right. We're gonna wing it today. But apparently she came out on a interview where she was promoting her biopic right before it aired, and she basically just told that she basically said that they were at a nightclub and a fight broke out, and she was his saving grace, so she offered him to meet her back at her. Do you want to come back with me to my New Jersey home? And apparently, I guess they both was messed up, and the way she said it, that he laid his head on her, and it was more like we're hiding our face. We don't want nobody to know that I'm going back to Wendy Williams' spot. And she said she gave him a jacuzzi bath.
A bath.
I went into more detail. It said it was a jacuzzi, like a jacuzzi.
Mm-hmm.
And they smoked
she was in her penthouse.
Yes, they smoked some weed and apparently hooked up. So
she says it was during the time that she was during her coke time. She does say, and then she says she doesn't want to implicate him. Remember that? She's like, I don't know.
I don't know what was he doing, but you really did say something.
Right.
But you not saying nothing, you saying something.
Was that necessary? Like, people go watch her movie anyways. Like, was that, number one, was that necessary for you to get publicity? Number two, is that the type that you want? Because he ain't saying shit. Now, his wife, on the other hand, she's speaking out. But Method Man, he's like, shit, bump that. I'll never admit to that. Knowing that's how he feels, why would you put that shit out there like that? You making yourself look dumb.
A few reasons. But are you gonna read her statement? The wife.
Yeah, I wanted to get into that. Then we'll get into the discussion because apparently it happened before where he came out, and she's gonna say it in her statement, but she pretty much came out with some other stuff prematurely to their request, pretty much. So I'm gonna go ahead and read exactly what she said. So apparently the wife decided, you know what, I'm breaking my silence. I'm sick of this.
Right.
You know what? Normally I don't get my I don't get into it, but you know what? I got to say something. Right. So I'm going to read it verbatim, people. If you haven't heard what the wife had to say,
to hear it. Here it goes.
Here you go. For years, I kept my silence while Wendy Williams launched constant verbal attacks against my husband, myself, and our family. Tamika Smith is the wife's name. In the past, I ignored her lies and blatant attempts to provoke us. But Wendy has proven again and again that she is incapable of any decency. Her obsession with our lives has reached a new low, and I'm tired of taking the high road. In an obvious attempt to increase her ratings for her sad biopic, her struggling TV show, and her burnt out career, Wendy has once again targeted my husband. It's a pattern that she has repeated for years. When I was diagnosed with cancer years ago, Wendy shared my personal medical information with her listeners live on the air during her radio broadcast. She didn't care that she was violating my right to privacy or that I hadn't shared the news of my diagnosis with my family and friends yet. She never apologized, never expressed any regret whatsoever. Despite my anger, I choose not to respond publicly to her unhealthy fixation with my husband and our marriage. It was clear that she was sick and that she was struggling with a lot of issues, including self-hate and low self-esteem. Over the years, those issues have made her increasingly ugly, both inside and out. No amount of plastic surgery can fix the ugliness inside of her. Instead of using her platform to uplift women, she has spent her career attacking marriages while her own fell apart. She criticized celebrities battling addiction despite her own struggles with substance abuse. There's no limit to how low she will go in the name of making headlines. Her career is on life support. Her husband has abandoned her, and the ratings for all of her projects are down. She's desperate for attention and is trying to use my husband's popularity as a way to get her name trending. How sad that a woman who once was revered in the entertainment industry has reduced herself to tabloid side note and a circus freak. For the record, my marriage is solid. My husband continues to enjoy a successful career, and Wendy will forever be one of the most miserable, she said, on the planet. Tell me.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. That's a lot.
Tell us how you really feel.
I told you. I was like, she went completely in. So
this whole Lush buzz was supposed to be like just a little warm up, but it got me itchy.
It's too juicy. It's too juicy.
I mean, we can make the TI thing a little brief, you know what I'm saying? But let's get into this though. Let's get into this because wow,
that's developing story. So there's still more to say about that we don't know about yet.
Yes.
But look at Nikki, you ready for me? Or you want to say something? You ready for me to say something? Or you want to say something?
Girl, speak your piece, boo boo. Go ahead.
The only thing I can compare it to, and this is the truth. If everyone looked at the documentary with Nina Simone had a horrible relationship with her husband, and she was very popular then. She thought if she departed with this abusive husband that she would be more successful, more free, and then she wound up going to Africa, living a horrible life. It's crazy how that is. There's a reason why she's held on to him, because he may have a lot of crazy things going on as a husband, but as her manager, he actually kept her in track. Because now she's managing herself, and she's just making herself look like a mess. She's ruining her legend. She could have really went out really nicely. And she's ruining it. And I truly believe that Method Man's wife had a right to say what she had to say. And nothing she said. I mean, is Method Man's wife claiming that it's false, or that she's just upset that she's putting her business out there?
Now notice she said everything. Where is that?
Where they're coming right here.
She said everything except he didn't hit.
Right.
So
she's at this point. She's just basically saying, "Listen, I was suffering with cancer, and you went and put me on blast, like put my husband on blast. Like, how cruel are you?" So you know what? I say I'm with Method Man and his wife. I do like Wendy, but at the end of the day, she nothing that woman said on that statement I disagree with.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all I gotta say.
And that just sounds like she's very private, for one thing. She held back for this whole time, but she was like, you know what? She's still got my husband's name in her mouth, regardless if it happened or not, because this is back in the radio. Everybody probably was banging each other, whatever.
Right.
Wendy, before the plastic surgery and everything else, Wendy Williams looked decent. Right. And if you ever watch some of her clips, I checked it out. She flirts. She does, she gets her way. So maybe she was a bit more attractive to anybody. Ain't no telling. And then what way she said it, they was at a bar, club and they might have been drinking. They was messed up. So everybody looks beautiful when you're messed up. You know that, right? So
yeah, but like, why bring it up now?
Why bring it up now?
Like,
because she wanted to advertise her biopic.
Right. And it's not, it made, I don't think anyone agreed to it. The only thing that she probably did was make Method Man look great. And I'm glad Method Man is keeping it classy and not saying anything. Because you know what? He doesn't have to validate himself.
He don't.
Whatever happened between him and his wife have already been through there, done that. He doesn't want to go back to there. So he's like, you know what? Let her just go ranting off crazy. Obviously Method Man got something going on that we don't know about. That she's obsessed with. You know what I'm saying?
I don't heard about Method Man and certain features of Method Man I've heard about. So, you know.
Okay. So she just picking him up. So Wendy, great job, dummy.
But yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Allegedly. Is this an alleged story or this is facts? Like, what's this? I don't even know, because I don't want to get nobody. I don't want to get no lawsuit with us. We just starting out.
Well, we're saying we don't know. Like I said, this accusation,
we wasn't there.
We wasn't there, so we would never know. The entanglement happened in the early 90s. His wife wasn't in the picture, you know. You know, so that's even a different thing, because it's like maybe we never even talked about it. So she really don't even know if it really happened.
Yeah.
All right. Good point.
Method Man is doing right. Keep your MF and mouth shut.
There you go.
Right.
All right. But let's go ahead. We don't got onto that. Let's go to the other portion of this Lush buzz. But yeah.
I'm just like, I'm just like,
yeah.
I think T.I., all right, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to hog anything. Nikki, go ahead. You go first. Or Maggie, you go first.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Well, I'm sorry, Nikki. You wanted to go?
No, go ahead, girl.
Okay. What I was gonna say was, when the news broke out, neither T.I. or Tiny said anything about it. But I don't know if T.I. messed himself up by coming out with his video about it, just denying the claims and saying it was just some things he said in the video. It was like, well, I'm not saying, like, basically he was saying, to me, he was saying they were swingers or whatever. It was consensual activities that they agreed upon. So it's like, now you're making it sound more like an investigation, because they're going to like, okay, well, how true is that then? Was it really consensual? So it's like, I'd rather them just took it to the lawyers, not said anything, hush mouth, did what you need to do. If it's fabricated, if it's fake stuff, because what they said is blogs, somebody, you know, the lady that did it, you know, she was getting people to call out, you know, it's probably multiple women now that's 15. Accusing him, 15 of them. And from what I'm seeing, kind of a couple of them was supposed to have been shown as fraud, but 15 accusations though, you know, so like I said, this is all allegedly possible. So we're not going to say whether he did it or not, but I feel like, of course, if they do it the correct way, stay out of the media right now, be hush mouth about it, go to court, do what you need to do, innocent until you're proven guilty. That's how I feel about it. What y'all think?
I hate it. That's what I think. I hate all of it. And then you got, you know, your so-called friends on your inner circle, you know, they try to come out and make statements, and they end up making the situation worse. Like, I don't know what part of shut the F up don't people understand. Like, sometimes you just gotta shut up. That's it. But you have people trying to come out and say, oh no, well, this is what really happened. But you're validating the rumors by saying what you're saying. Just shut up. Some people say it's a smear campaign because, you know, T.I. recently has been very heavily involved in
politics,
Black Lives Matter and politics. And they're like, you know, this is a smear campaign, which may very well be true. But T.I. coming out on live on Instagram, you know, talking yada, 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 what me and my wife do, what we like, you know, blah, blah, blah. We don't got to take nothing and blah, blah. Okay. Just shut up.
Yeah.
Shut the entire F up.
Yeah.
Like, why?
I get it.
You making shit worse.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Miss A to B.
Well, you know, I really don't like the way this story is unfolding because, you know, according to what I've heard and what I've seen, there's some young girls involved in it. And that's the disgusting part of it. And that's a no-no. Like, you lose my vote when you go to minors. So there's a lot of stuff that allegedly has been going on. Like, what you do, you know, I always tell you guys, I'm an egalitarian. What you do, if you and your wife in a bedroom with consulting, like, I can reason with that. I think now in the way this world is going, it's becoming average, right? But once you start abusing women, once you get minors involved, I have a problem with that. And that's the reason why I really don't want to touch too much about it until we really learn.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because,
you know, because it's like, you don't really, if it ain't true, you really don't want to burn a rapper like that. But guess what? Like you said, Nikki, for me, I felt like that was a poker game that you trying to call someone's bluff. You sit there and talk about, that's like if I'm playing space with someone, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I got a joker, I got the joker, and I'm gonna tease you if you go before.
You better not say that. That's talking across the board. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I get what you're saying, though.
But still, you know what I'm talking about. You know, when people try to intimidate you and tease you, I felt like for him to say, "Oh, I got records, I got facts." Okay, so then if you did have all that big shot, why even go out there and say it? Just give the records to your lawyer and keep your mouth shut.
Yeah. I have somebody that wanted to make a statement. Make it quick, please. Because we're going to move on to the next. But come on, make it quick. Hello. And we can't hear you. I'm about to cut you off. So.
All right. Now, this real quick.
Thank you.
Just real quick. I'm not saying that he is guilty or not, but there's something that me personally, I like to look at certain women on Instagram, and these certain young women on Instagram are followed by Mr. Clifford Harris, and that right there is alarming to me. This is something that I've seen with my own two eyes. So you put two and two together and take it how you want.
Thank you. That's what I said. Like I said, we don't know much about it, so it's just allegations. We don't know until everything comes out. There's really nothing else we can say here. So thank you. Keep the bedroom private. Absolutely. Like, nobody got to know what the heck you doing. I don't care.
Ain't nobody's business.
Hey, Nessie.
Hey, Nessie. Woo, somebody said, woo, too much. Yeah.
She's right.
Too much. It's tiring too much.
Right? What's the current topic? Yeah. So, but there you go. That's all we can really say about it. ATL, oh my God, I love the show put together.
Dallas, New York.
Thank you. But let's go ahead and get into what we're really coming here for. So, you know, that's the Lush Buzz, and get y'all used to that. We're going to talk about maybe not two topics at the same time, but I just felt like we just had to get on both of them because it was just too good.
Right.
So
it'll be 2 by next week.
Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, we're gonna find out some more stuff next week because she is really trying to promote that.
Exactly. That's how it goes. So you can't really get deep into it because then next week it'd be like, I don't know, something.
Yes. So now the purpose of this show today, people, we're talking about health and wellness, getting you together. So we're doing us and being the best at it. So
trying
with no apologies at that. So
unapologetically.
Yes.
Speaking of that, by the way, I hit her up on her post. I was like, this is the combo piece.
And guess what my response was?
I'm gonna leave it like that for your followers, all right? Because if your followers are following, they know exactly what I'm talking about.
Honey.
All right.
That's exactly what the goal is, honey. That's exactly what the goal is.
Honey. Okay, fierce though. Y'all go check that out though. But that's loving to scan you in, honey. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's right. You know, so take that person that was in that message, whatever. So, but we're not gonna go there. But we're talking about doing you and being the best at it. So, we're gonna go into some tips and stuff that's gonna help everybody. And this is unisex, so it's for everybody. This is just not for women. It's just not for males.
Mhm.
So, we definitely want to talk about, because our first topic is on proper skincare, and we all have to take care of our skin. Bottom line, especially as African Americans, because of the I'm just saying, it's depending on the race and how much you got, it's just different. Like those rays outside kind of affect people different, like skin cancers and things like that. So you have to protect your skin more, things like that. So it's important for everybody to know this. The only thing I saw
everybody.
I see everybody still talking about TI. So yes, we're gonna do proper skincare, and let me get into some tips. That is kind of just some regimens that you might want to do as far as skincare. So give me a minute to pull that up, ma'am. Let's see here. And I try to get something. Okay, here we go. So there's just some tips. It's about 15 of them. I'm going to make it short and brief, and then we'll talk about it. But approved skincare tips for the best skin of your life. And it basically is, the first one is use the correct cleanser for your skin type. And that key word is skin type, because everybody has either oily skin, dry skin. You got some people that get the bag acne, all of that. You got to get what's right, because some people have skin things where they're what is it I'm trying to think of, eczema. They have eczema and things like that. Don't use too many products, so stick to something. Don't just like you put it on this lotion and you put it on that smell good. You're doing this type of, you got to stick to something, especially more natural. I always support that. Please get natural products. What you laughing at? Those cowboy shirts will break you out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You real funny, sir. You real funny, sir.
No.
Anyway.
Moisturize both day and night. So moisturize, and this is for males and everybody can do this. Let's see. We have, don't touch your face. So especially the people that get the acne and stuff like that, all of that. Don't be rubbing your face and touching, like going to eat, not washing your hands, and you just all up in here, touching. So some people have habits of touching their face. Hydrate.
You know how dirty your hands are?
Yes.
Everything.
It touch, and you don't even think about it half the time. It's a doorknob, you're coming into the room, you're touching something. Your phone.
All that dirt on your face.
Hydrate inside and out. Now that means drink plenty of water. That makes a huge difference. Avoid direct heat exposure. So some, getting out there trying to bake in the sun, we can't be doing that. Exfoliate a couple of times per week. So not just moisturizing. Now you got to get it deep into those pores and kind of clean all that skin, as well as vitamins should go on your skin too. So instead of putting it in your body, you can do vitamins on your face and skin as well. That helps. Get your greens. So it's typically grab a coffee, maybe just do more things like, what did it say here? Well, I'm not going to get deep into that, but I guess like having your teas and things like that, herbal type remedies like that. That's what they're talking about. Maintain a healthy diet, of course. And we're going to get to that a little bit more. But clean your makeup brushes regularly. You know how people kind of use the same stuff over and over again. You got to clean that, replace them, discard them as well, because that makes a big difference. That holds a lot of bacteria and things like that. And wear sunscreen 365 days a year, rain or shine. So even when the sun is not out, you still need that sunscreen as well. If people, use sunscreen, I absolutely don't. But sun protection doesn't stop at sunscreen. So sunglasses, hats, and things to kind of present things to kind of get on you so much. Simplify your skin routine. So don't use a lot, like I said, not a lot of products and things like that, as well as sleep smarter. So maybe getting certain pillows cases and, just things that, it's just a lot of things that you can do for yourself that affects your skin. Like if you're sweating at night and you lay in it and don't take a bath, and it's just a lot that goes on with our skin, not just our faces, skin.
Well, you know what's another factor is also stress.
Stress.
You could be doing all that stuff, and if you're stressed out, your skin is going to be the first indicator that's going to tell you that there's something going on.
Facts. Okay, I want to address Four Horsemen. His comment: as far as skincare, what are some things women use to help with razor bumps? Maybe men can apply that treatment to the face and head. Guess what we have for you, sir?
Oh.
Maggie and I both, as most of you know, we're both pure romance consultants, and we have this bomb-ass product called Coochie. Let me tell you what Coochie does. Coochie softens your hair follicle so that when you shave, you get a much closer shave than you would normally. But number two, it makes your shave last longer. But the most important thing about Coochie is it stops those irritation bumps that you get after you shave.
Nice.
But guess what, fellas? Fellas were using their woman's Coochie on their face because they heard about the getting rid of the razor bump, getting rid of the irritation.
I have a
making
bottle.
Your shave last longer. So Pure Romance finally came up with the same formula, except they did it for men. So it's just called shave and conditioning cream.
Okay.
I live by this. I live by it.
So, God, dog. So they have it for men too now. So you can get that from either myself or from Maggie, but it's shave and conditioning cream for men. For the women, it's called Coochie.
You know what? I don't use nothing else since I've gotten Coochie as a shaving cream.
It is so
I haven't went to anybody else.
I can't get over the fact that we're even talking about Coochie.
It's funny. It's a funny name.
It's a catchy name. It's a catchy name, and it's perfect for what you ladies do. So
definitely.
I mean, how can you forget that? I'm pretty sure somebody is Googling Coochie right now.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
It makes your skin so soft afterwards, and then it just smells really good. So even if you're a guy, you don't have to worry about smelling like flowers and rose petals and cotton candy. It's a real manly scent for a man, and it smells awesome. So
nice.
Y'all get y'all some.
Yes, because honestly,
water.
That's a turn off. That's one thing I can honestly say is a turn off when you see those in the back of a guy's neck, and I feel bad for them because they want to get their haircuts. So it's like, when you get all that.
But you know what? I'm gonna add that because like the person I'm not with anymore. He had an issue with the ingrown hairs type of deal. So that was the problem he had when he would get shaved and things like that. So it's just and some people have some medical issues that causes those bumps too. So there are some other skin, like I said, skincare that happens that causes those things like that. So some people can't avoid it,
Just J Rock TV just said, not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you all, but that's one of my New Year's resolutions, taking care of my face because I have dry skin. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Let me tell you, I told these ladies, right? Because I'm going to be honest with you. I just use minimum products, right? But I just started a line. One lady influenced me to go into purchasing a whole combination called a Monate, Monat. And like you ladies were saying, you can't bounce around from place to place. So I figure if I'm going to use a product, I want to use one line and see how that works on me instead of going all over the place, because then I'm not going to know what works.
Exactly.
And like I told them, I'm 44 now. So like Martha Stewart has said that she doesn't like the term anti-aging. She likes successfully aging. And I like that because I don't mind getting older, and I don't want to do a Wendy Williams to get all these shots and all this stuff going on because I'm not going to be paying for that every 6 months or every year. I'd rather just go with a product, like a more natural product, and try to take it from there and do everything you're saying. Yeah. So let's see.
If you're gonna be smart, stick with the same products, or if you know somebody goes to even more natural where they make them handmade. Because I know Nikki has a person that does the soaps, the bars of soaps and things like that, and just I definitely like to go the natural route as well, along with
that. Where is that on? Where can people go see the products that Maggie's talking about that you do, the soaps? Like where can people get that if they were interested?
I'll post her link for the soaps. As a matter of fact, her restock is tomorrow. So first thing in the morning, literally, you have to go on her website at like 8 a.m. in the morning because she restocks. She opens it up early, bright and early Thursday morning, and it's out. So you have to get on there, get your order in, and don't play around because that's how good her soaps are. Yeah.
And listen, for all of you businesses out there who are actually watching us, please make sure to reach. Where do they reach? What should, like you, Maggie? DM you.
If you're friends with Maggie and you know Maggie, then shop her website. If you're a friend of mine or a follower of mine, you can shop my website. So we'll put both of our websites. We'll put both of our websites in the link in the comments because y'all gotta get that coochie. If y'all never tried it before, you gotta get that coochie.
Let me go ahead. I'm gonna do mine and then I'll do yours too, Nikki. That don't sound right, but
I'm not messing with that.
That didn't sound right. But yeah, so that's Pure Romance. Let's go ahead and I'll get to that. You know what? I'll get to that once we get to it because especially when the guests come on, maybe we'll drop it then so I won't get distracted. So
okay. All right.
I'll get to it then. So let's move on to the next portion. We don't did skincare and everything like that. Let's talk about, of course, that comes in play with your skincare, eating healthy and detoxing. I'm a big believer of we have to every now and then get rid of all the bad toxins out of our body and pass the coochie with a Y though. if you're gonna search for it, put a Y.
That kind of coochie we keep to ourselves. That kind.
I'm gonna go with my sister has a lot of girls. We grew up with a lot of girls, so I'm like, hey, who got the coochie? Who took the last coochie? Everybody gonna be like, huh?
Until it's the best thing you can get for yourself. You're gonna be like, let me get some more of that coochie as soon as you get some more, because I'm telling you, I got to keep that at stock. So if you're running low, you got to hit one of us up. So we're gonna put those chats in eventually. And fellas, get you some too.
Yes, Mark, you better get you some shave and conditioning cream from your Pure Romance consultant.
Yes, please.
It's awesome for your beard. It is.
Yes.
Good. This is why we need women in our lives, men. You got that right.
And that's why we're here. We're educating you on some things.
Before we go into the second thing we're going to go into, Kristen said moisturize with vitamin C in the AM and vitamin A at night. Okay, so she's gone. So I guess she'll come back. So we're going to talk about eating and detoxing, right?
For some reason my camera just turned off. I don't know what happened. It just gave me an error. I don't know. Whatever.
But y'all, this is another one we forgot to mention.
Oh, that's right.
This is called Miracle Oil. And Miracle Oil is going to be your go-to for all things skin related, whether it's old acne scars or you have discoloration that you're trying to even out your skin tone. If you get bites, cuts, burns, anything like that, Miracle Oil will heal it really.
How often do you apply
faster than normal.
How often would you apply it?
Depending on why you're applying it is what will depend on how often you apply. Like for me, I use it every day as part of my skincare routine.
Nice.
So after I get out of the shower at night, of course I wash my face and I use my cousin's yoni soap. So it makes your skin super, super squeaky clean, but it kind of dries you out. So this is when I put the moisture back into my face. This has got 9 different essential oils in it. So vitamin E is one of them. So this is super good for moisturizing and healing at the same time. So any acne, it's going to heal that in, like half the time than it would normally take for it to heal. So Y'all get you some miracle oil from Pure Romance as well.
Okay.
Oh, she got hers in there. Okay, there you go, Nikki. So if you own her, if you on her stream looking at it, there's the link. I'll put mine on there as well.
Mike
But
put it in there already.
He did. You know what? You're amazing. You're amazing.
All
All right. So, but he said, I really appreciate y'all addressing.
Of course.
I'm there. We're gonna get buying coochie, please. We want that to stick in your head, and it's inexpensive, people. It's really not expensive at all. Yeah, it's worth it.
You get a big bottle for $22, so it's gonna last you for months.
How many ounces?
I want to say 8. It's a pretty big bottle.
Yeah, it's
If you don't have any, I have some right here. Oh yeah, isn't it like 8 ounces?
And you don't need a lot of it. The way it's the shaving cream is, you don't need a whole bunch.
What, like a pea drop?
A dime size amount, depending on what you're shaving.
It's the way it's created. The formula, it's really really nice though. It's really nice. So you guys, check that out for real. So you don't need a whole bunch of it, but yeah, the healthy eating and drinking water and things like that is what we're going into. But that's obvious though. What
Water's
you put into your body.
I drink, unless I'm drinking alcohol. If I'm not drinking alcohol, I'm drinking water.
Well, for me,
all day.
Like for me, what I notice, because like I told you, I don't use any skin products, which I should. I do like a clean and clear. I'm being honest.
And that's fine.
Now I'm trying to take another approach to it, right? Because now, like I told you guys, I'm getting older. So water, I've always drank a lot of water. Like I've tried to drink a lot of water. And then I do wine. I do like 4 ounces of wine a night. And not only is it healthy for your cardiovascular system, but it's also it helps me with sleeping. It creates a great sleeping habit, which I like.
And I haven't tried that. Yes, look, Ant and Dunn, Sean Dunn. We are selling coochie cream.
I mean, coochie with a Y. Take that IE out of there. We selling coochie
We're not
with
talking
a Y.
about. Yeah, we're not talking about
talking
that
about this
coochie.
kind of coochie. Y'all can't have this. We don't share this.
But he said, $22. Look, it's well worth it.
You used to buying coochie for $40. Okay. Well, this kind of coochie.
I don't know where you going.
Let me stop. No, you're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me. I started to say something real slick. I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna stop.
But I have never Mark Dobby said he's never detoxed. What are your recommendations for me to get started? Well, I don't know if everybody has this. What is this called? What is it called? I can't think of it. It's a natural shop. It's here in Georgia. I don't know if it's local, but it's basically a detox big jug of whatever they put all into it. But it's made to. It's like a big gallon that you drink, where it makes you release yourself of everything that you ever gone So basically, get something like that, something that's going to make you you're going to be on the toilet for a while. But what it's doing is extracting. You're going to be sweating. You're going to get all that out. So it's getting all the bad toxins out. So I'll figure out what it is. I'll tell you what it is in a minute. But I want to see if that's what everyone has here. But as far as another detox, it could be, I don't know. Could you try a eczema or anything? Not eczema. What's the thing you insert and it causes you to kind of like you backed up. What is that?
Suppository.
Suppository.
Well, something like that. It's an emina. Yeah, it's like a tube, and you almost like how old school ladies when they used to do the douche and stuff like that. It's a bottle that you stick up there, and it's liquid, and it makes you kind of.
Oh my God! I had a cousin.
I don't know a nicer way of saying it.
I'm actually going to forward this thing to my cousin. She said that when her husband was younger, right? This is kind of funny. So my cousin's husband used to be in a bathtub taking baths or whatever. And back in the day, like you said with the douche thing, he used to be playing with it with the water, sprinkling it, squeezing it. And then one time she walked in, she goes, "Boy, what you doing with that?" And he was like, "Huh?" And then she told him he was so grossed out from that. He was like, "What? Why you have this in the tub anyway?"
I remember. Oh, here it goes. I don't know if you guys have Arden Garden locally for you guys. You ever heard of that before?
What?
It's called Arden Garden. So it must be something for Georgia.
Arden Garden.
So yeah, but I'm pretty sure there's like natural. It's a natural. They make natural smoothies and things like that. So they create their own detox. If you're in Georgia, it's called Arden Garden, and they make this detox. It's a big gallon, and of course you drink it. And of course, once you do, make sure you clear your weekend because you're gonna be messed up for quite some time. But
see, that's why I can't.
Yeah,
I don't got time for that.
And they have some pills too that you can
bathroom?
use a detox.
You don't have time to cleanse yourself?
I don't have time to be stuck to the toilet for 2 days. No, ma'am, I don't.
Well, you have to, we know it, but you feel I'm gonna tell you the benefit of detoxing though. It's like if you're trying to do weight loss, that's how you get yourself started. Because it really removes a lot of that bad stuff, and it starts your journey of that, because now you're just ridding all of that, just whatever you've been eating, grease and all of that. It's taking that out of your body. Of course, you're drinking water with it. Of course because you're getting all that stuff out. So you're gonna be dehydrated. So make sure you stay hydrated. Right. But you're gonna feel so much better after that. Because you got a lot of people don't realize. That's another thing. You can get your colon cleansed because you have a lot of buildup.
This is what I think about. I think about your intestines. Your intestines need to be cleansed.
Yes.
Because that's how a lot of people wind up getting colon cancer. And they wind up, and if your stomach's not clean, that's the engine to your body. So you need to be, if you don't like at least once a month.
Yeah.
I try to do that at least once a month. And it sounds gross and sounds disgusting, but to be honest with you, I'm sorry, but I don't want to have to when I'm 50, 60, and maybe for me, because I'm in my 40s, right? And I think you'll see once you hit 40, you start thinking about your health more and trying to prevent things from happening. And then you're going to say, you're going to repeat, you're going to come back to the same conversation and then be comfortable like I am about it. Yeah. Eliminating waste is a good thing because you need your body to be clean, because when your stomach's clean, your mind is clean. When you have clarity in your body and your digestive system, then everything else follows. And that's the reason why we have to eat healthy, right? That's the reason why we eat greens and all that. Like I just tore up some asparagus earlier today. I mean, I don't know. I love eating healthy foods. Do I like eating other things? Yeah, but I definitely get my greens in on a daily basis. It's a must for me. It's a must. And I could tell, because look what I'm telling you. I don't use any products on my face. And I'm thinking like, wow, I'm actually looking forward to trying something. And I can't imagine if I hope it works. I hope it does work. And I'm not saying that because I'm trying to go backwards and younger. I actually love my age right now. But I want to be in my 50s and 60s and then looking at myself in the mirror and saying, okay, I did a pretty decent job taking care of myself, So it starts now. It really does.
Yeah.
You get the Vertigo Queens. You could take black seed oil with living bitters every day, and it will make you regular and kill parasites in the intestines and balance gut juices. What is it? Probiotics.
I never heard of that.
Probiotics is another one. Sweating, of course, is a natural detox as well. I'm talking a heavy sweat. Yeah. Definitely. Before sex, good poop was the best.
I hope you get your ass in the shower afterwards.
Before sex, good poop is the best feeling in the world. Okay.
I so hope you shower in after that.
And Jamel gonna say you sound old talking about suppositories. Like that still was a thing. That's still a thing though. You give that to babies sometimes when they look backed up. The suppositories. It's saying it's old. Like she said, she's saying something old. but it's
So
still in
my age. Is that what
existence.
you're trying to say? I'm showing my age. Whatever.
You don't have
my
to
God.
be here for a beat.
You know what? You guys, Sean Don comedian said that's why old people sit around and talk about bodily functions like sports. And you know what? I'm in the allied health field, right? And I can honestly say that these conversations are a daily conversation in our X-ray room, like in our radiology room, because this is what we do. Like, right, I do X-rays all day long, and stomach and abdomens are a lot of them. So it's like you wind up talking. It's like it becomes a natural conversation, because then you realize how it's important. It's important.
Oh, definitely.
To eliminate waste. Yeah,
I love the sauna too. That's so relaxing.
Yeah.
What are some techniques?
Sweating.
And we have a question actually. What are some techniques I can use to not be so stressed out? You know what? We're going to get into that a little bit, because this is going to be our next. Let's go right into it then. How about that?
You know me. If you know me, you know what my answer is going to be.
Just real quick, if we're on that topic about what are some? I don't know about the technique part, but eating habits.
Oh yeah, eating habits as well.
If you know there's some foods that are no good for you, you need to get rid of them. Because they're going to cause stress. For me, sugar was one of them. When I went on my, my whole journey and everything I went through, you have to, it's like a suitcase. You got to unpack or pack. Sugar was one of them that I got rid of. Now, do I intake that often? Yes, but you won't see me eating a whole bunch of cookies in one shot. You know what I'm saying? Because then I'm going to have a horrible moment. I'm going to have a horrible day, and it might affect me and like what I deal with that day. Greens helps me. I mean, I feel like I can lift up a car after I have a nice, healthy, balanced dinner. It's crazy, but it's true.
And I have to have a healthy dinner, and because people don't realize, small, any size, you can have high blood pressure, especially if it's hereditary in your family. I didn't deal with issues with blood pressure until I got pregnant with my kids. That's the only time I ever dealt with it. But of course, as you get older, things change. So now I do deal with high blood pressure. So I have to eat right on a regular. So I choose to take the fried foods out of my diet. But of course, like Aida said, you're going to have it now. You're going to have it. No, I can't just, every once in a while, I can't just remove it completely. Like, no, but I try to stay away from it for the most part. But eating healthy, because when you put all that bad stuff, especially if you're eating unhealthy like that, you do feel kind of icky and sick and just.
I had to force myself to eat green. Like I didn't just wake up. I didn't just grow up. I mean, I grew up. I'm Puerto Rican, so I grew up with rice, beans. Plato maduro, tostones, pernil. Like I ate everything that will have you in a hospital. I ate. Okay. And the thing is that I had to as I got older, I had to force myself to acquire those tastes. I think a lot of people, I don't want to do vegetables. But you have to train your brain. You can train your brain to do anything. And you have to acquire those tastes, just so that way you're not sitting in a hospital sick later on in life. And you know what? It's a game changer for anyone. You could be, there's some people who I've talked to who have never touched vegetables, rechanged their whole life, their meal plans, and have lived a successful life after. But it's a decision you have to make.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and appreciate you, Aunt. Look at you. You've been checking out the motivational videos.
Start your day off with Lush motivation. Maggie is on point with that in the mornings. And every morning.
Yes, every morning as much as I can. So look out for the next one tomorrow. But I'm telling you, the way I do these daily motivations is affirmations for myself. So it's somebody that's close to me, that is touched, that I want to speak on. So that's how it helps me figure out what I want to talk about each morning, because I don't want to be the textbook motivationer that is like, I just find an article, I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it as an experience of what I've been through, a friend been through. It's personal to me. So you get that real message. So it's just not, do this and do that. And you're not living that life. I even admit in my motivational videos, I'm guilty of this.
Boricua.
Boricua. Appreciate y'all. If y'all haven't checked me out on there on Lush Exchange, I do motivational videos every other morning if I don't do it every morning. So I appreciate you that. And whatever the second or third food you said, that sound amazing because of her.
Whatever you said. Oh, mofongo, yeah, definitely.
Mofongo.
Yes. So let's go back into now after we detox, ate healthy. I'm glad you guys are listening though. Get your mental health and wellness checked.
Yeah.
Now, after you do all that, eating healthy, drinking water, proper skincare, that's outer and inner, but you need to also get this together. As well as far as wellness check, that's checking everything as well.
Yeah.
So your wellness check, for us ladies, we got to have that check because especially if you're very active, us women, we're very sensitive to everything, especially if you're deciding to be with multiple partners. I don't care if you're protecting or not protecting. If you're, our pH balance levels is just, it can be all out of whack. Sometimes we take birth control, that's hormones going on. The ladies that like to wear the extra tight pants and you have to wear certain underwears every now. You got to let that, I'm just saying, you got to let it breathe. We want to be cute and stuff, but you got to be naturally, we got to kind of, you just can't wear that all the time, all that type of stuff. You just have to protect that. That's why, like Nikki said, the soaps too, natural.
And I'm going to tell you guys, Ivory, for me, I'm very sensitive, always have been. And the number one person that you should invest in, is a gynecologist. Get you a gynecologist and make sure they're good at what they do. And they'll hook you up and let you know if you're suffering with hormonal issues, if you're whatever, someone who is up to date and modern too, right? Who knows a thing or two about things and that are experienced, that aren't just going to try to, shoot you out. All right, pap smear. All right, next, someone who is really going to be follow-ups with you about how you're feeling, because there's certain what is this? Birth control pills that won't work. Not every brand is going to work for you. And it's a trial and error. And it's important that you get that right.
Yeah, and especially depending on the birth control, like you said, people get the patch, people get the, it's different things that make a reaction to us women, and
you need to know
can be bad.
And I just think it's you definitely should. And the thing is this. Now, some people probably like, well, I don't have health insurance, but do you know how many community centers there are, health community centers there are that you can get yourself on like some type of payment plan? I mean, I know I've been there when I was younger, before I married. I didn't have. Well, did I have insurance? Yeah. No, I didn't have insurance, but I made sure that I went to a clinic and I made sure I applied myself, because you know what? I made sure I took care of myself. So you don't have to have, the best.
Oh, you know what?
You need to go somewhere though.
That's one thing about me. I might not have multiple partners like that, but you never know about anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting it out there because everybody got a dark secret somewhere. So me, I got to get that annually. And for the wellness check of your OBGYN, you got to do that definitely often. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that's together. Even if you do your wellness check, that's once a year. But us ladies, men too, it's still good to go get because a lot of men don't like to go to the doctor. They'll wait till they be about dead in their deathbed before they go to a doctor and get checked.
For me, like when my husband and I, we married, I told him, what do you call those people who stay in the dark, like hypochondriac? I mean, you probably could classify me as a hypochondriac. Like, I'm that type of person that when I go to my primary physician, they're like, they know me by my first name. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, what's going on? But so I'm all about this. So my husband, I make sure he goes. I remember Oprah Winfrey said it. Always go for your GYN around your birthday Always go for your annuals around your birthday. Do all of that around your birthday so you know your annual checkup. And that's great because we actually have done that for, 18 years now, and it works because, I'm happy to say that my husband and I we're pretty healthy. I don't take any medications, not for anything.
Oh,
And
yeah. I mean, for me, because of my blood pressure, I have to,
right.
But it's so controlled that I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've went without it and been fine, but other than that, I don't take anything. Like, even for a headache, I really don't even take much of that. I don't take anything until I really need it. Like, maybe
I'm into holistic
PMS or
doctors.
something.
I'm not into conventional doctors. If I could, I know of a holistic doctor who I do go to. I'd rather do remedies. I'm into home remedies. Something's going on with me. I'm gonna go and see what I need that it's in my house already, and I will do whatever I have to do. I don't like pills. When it comes down to back to digestive system, pills will make you constipated. It will block your system. Try to do things naturally.
Absolutely. And I like this. Mark Godby, Hayden Hurts, tight end from the ATL, has a mental health foundation to help people. So yeah, there's a Falcons player, if people don't know who he is, that actually had a mental health breakdown where he was to the point of suicide, where he was in the hospital for trying to, cut himself and things like that. And of course, it was a time where they wouldn't let. He had a whole story about it where it was like his family couldn't even be in the room with him because I'm gonna tell my story. I'm gonna tell it briefly. I understand that because, and especially during this COVID situation. No, it wasn't before. It was before. Was COVID going on? Yes, it was. Okay, so my daughter had a mental breakdown last year, like 2020. Everybody can be confided in this home, and the children are subject to being in the home. They're used to social interaction. Now they're this is when we was like locked down.
Right.
And she, there's no way for them to express themselves. It was even to the point you can't even go outside. You can't even drive. You can't even go to the store, that type of thing. And my daughter it was just a lot. It was overwhelming for her. So she ended up blacking out at this point. Now, of course, I'm dealing with my own issues because, with my relationship. So I was like, of course, I'm being that strong mama. It's like, no, I ain't gonna let you see me hurting, but I'm concerned about you. She pretty much blacked out to the point where it was to the hospital, and they was like, yeah, it looks like we have to take her into a facility. It wasn't even it was just like, yeah, this is a decision that we need to make, and it needs to happen now. It got to that point. And they ended up taking her away, and it was the best decision that happened for her. But it went from a span of over a month that she was away from me. And this is during COVID when I couldn't visit her as well. All I had to do was do subject to a phone. And it was like, it was other people that it was a pay phone or whatever phone they had, where it was like, it was limited. So it's like, hey, baby, are you okay? Imagine someone that's not even there that, mom, what's going on? I'm not understanding what's happening.
Right.
And I can't even look her in the face. It's like, so that was my toughest time. Like, only also getting my mental health in check and trying to be strong for her. I cried every night. I'm not going to lie to you. I cried every night that I could not see my baby. And to the point they were saying, oh, well, they was doing a lot of medication changes and things like that, to the point they almost said, it looks like she might have to do an extended stay. Now, I don't know if anybody is religious, but my aunties and them, they was like, baby, pray. Pray as hard as you can. Don't let them doctors tell you anything. Pray. I prayed heavy and everything. And Lord behold, they was like, you know what? I guess she can come on home. She can do an outpatient program where she just had to go into the facility just to do a program for a couple of hours, and she gets to come home. Then they finally was like, you know what? She's trained. And the doctor, I was thankful that she had a doctor that understood the natural part of it. Like, he was like, I don't like when they dope them up like that. He was like, I like the natural. So he was giving me vitamin supplements and things like that. Give her this zinc and this and that and magnesium. That's the doctor she had there. And he was like, you know what? She's going to be all right. She came out all right.
Good.
You know, and she's fine now. She's a typical teenager. She still goes through her up and down. But, you know, she's going to be able to live her normal life. She's diagnosed with MDD, mood depression disorder. You know, so she's going to have her moments. But we almost thought it was schizophrenia because it runs in my, you know, it's mental illness does run on both sides of my family, more heavier on my father's side. So that's my short briefing. But I understand that mental health part, you guys, along with my daughter, you know.
I mean, if you follow Mom First Always, you'll see that I'm open with that too. So I don't want to, you know, sound redundant. I think we all have.
We didn't talk about it.
You know what I think is most important is that we talk about it. And it's a stigma because nobody wants to classify. Nobody wants to put themselves out there and say, "Oh, well, you know, I don't." It's something that needs to be talked about, and it shouldn't be a shame because you know what? You're going through that. You educated yourself, and you're helping your daughter get through it. Yes. I think what winds up happening is that when you're in that situation where no matter what it is,
don't give up. Don't give up.
Right.
One thing.
Yes. I say don't give up. Keep fighting. Find your why and keep striving. You know, and you know, to have support is great. But for those who don't have support, you got to go in that mirror and you got to look at yourself and you got to be like, you know what? I can do better. I got this. And lift yourself up. Talk to yourself. Talk positive things to yourself until you start believing in yourself. Positive affirmations.
And that's Mom First Always as well. She tells her story about, you know, all of that as well. That's why she's a great addition to this show because we're all moms here. And we go through things. So
and our children go through things. You know?
Nikki, you had anything to add to that? I know I ramble, so I be trying not to.
The whole mental health thing. No, just your story hit because I remember that happening and I remember praying as well. So you weren't the only one praying, honey. You had a whole circle praying for you and baby girl. So and I agree with everything. Just support goes a long way, but just to add, you have to pay attention to your mental. I know with us being moms, it's easy for us to take care of everybody else. We always put ourselves last. But
that's the issue.
The problem with that is we keep putting ourselves last. What happens when we're down?
Who's gonna take care of them?
You can't take care of nobody else if you ain't right. We have to start putting ourselves first. And yet at first it sounds selfish. Like, what? Put myself first? No, I have too many other people to say. No,
that was
you have to put yourself first. Because if you're not 100%, how are you going to take care of everybody else?
Yeah. In addition to what you're saying, that's all you want to say? Is you have
I'm done.
Okay. That was great. Because I wanted to support what you're saying. I loved everything you said. And you know, I think I kind of think all over the place, but one thing I can say, and maybe some people can relate, I love watching animals and animal channels and stuff. The wolf pack. With the wolf pack, when you go attack and you hunt, they hunt together as a group, right? The mother gets the food first because she has to eat first to gain strength to carry on. And the other ones who are following eat after her. It's a rule. It's a rule with in their world. And I wish we can try to what is that word? Adapt to that. And I'm learning to do that. Because like Nikki was saying, sometimes it's like you put yourself on the back burner because you try to push ahead. But then what happens to you when you're down? How do you push when you're down?
That's why you
Exactly.
need those close friends, and like I'm saying, like Mad Mike is not only my business partner, that's like my best friend. I'm not gonna lie, because he was there for me during that whole ordeal. Because of course, I was going through my own situation with my marriage and everything like that. So I
Mm-hmm.
felt like I was alone. So I was like, you got to have those uncomfortable moments with your friends. I don't care what you look like, you got to have friends like that you can be vulnerable to.
Yeah.
Like I was like literally not sleeping. Like any opportunity I was able to see my freaking baby, they'll export her to the hospital. Like, oh, we got to do some labs. You goddamn right, I'm about to be right there.
Okay.
I don't care. So he'll check in and, video, whatever. You all right? You okay? Cool. Or you look very exhausted. You're not sleeping. You need friends like that that's going to check in on you. That's why, that's how you got to do it.
What's the crazy part about that is that when you're going through something, you really don't want to beat nobody's phone down, telling them how you feel or what's going on with you. So when you have somebody looking for you,
yes,
and calling you, then it's an interest, and that means they're genuine and they're sincere about really trying to be there for you and with you. That's a great feeling. But and then on top of that, it's like, you know what? Everybody has their own thing going on. So we're all going to filter things differently depending on what's going on in our lives. And even though we probably want to be there for someone, we got our own stuff that we're trying to hold on to. So it's hard to do that. I say find you, love you, take care of you. When nobody else is around, you got to say, you know what? I got you. Come on. Because if you don't learn how to catch yourself, you're going to drown. You're going to drown.
And that's,
it is nice to have people around you, but if you don't start developing that pathway to learn who you are, you're gonna always depend on someone, and that can be hard too, like a realization, because you know what, it's great that he's here, but what happens if he's not here?
Oh yeah, and that's why I'm gonna keep promoting this motivational videos, because I talk about that. The key to happiness is in yourself.
Right.
You got to make sure, like, you can't depend on, like I talk about those things. Don't depend on people to make sure you're all right. You got to check you as well. You got to do that first.
Yep.
So you got to look like you said, Aida, I think earlier, look yourself in the mirror, and you got to be all right. Don't worry about, what anybody else is going to be doing for you or how they're going to be doing. Don't worry about that.
Right. And if there's something that you don't like about yourself, fix it.
Thank you.
Get it fixed. There's this thing called cosmetology. Gotta look out. Now, I'm just saying. There's products out there for days. There's things you can do. Do it. Figure it out. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't throw a pity party. Nobody's gonna show up to that. Nobody wants to show up to that. You need to just really climb up out of your own mess and really get it together. It sounds cruel, it sounds harsh, but it's a reality. It really is.
Not to me, because I am not that friend. If you come to me and you have a problem, I am not that friend. Oh, baby, I'm so sorry. Oh, no, that's not me. Okay, what are we gonna do to fix it? Because wallowing in self-pity, if you want to have a pity party, I'm the wrong friend to call. I will not let you sit there and have a pity party. No.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what's step one? What's step two? What's plan A? What's plan B?
That's
We're not going to sit here and cry.
Have you ever had any have you ever had any issues in the past, Nikki, or no?
Mental issues, like what do you mean by mental issues?
Like stress and anxiety, depression,
or any of that?
No. And not to say that I haven't been through shit that would warrant me to be depressed and have anxiety, and I don't know why, but I'm thankful that my life hasn't broken me down, I guess, so to speak. I haven't fallen off or have had a nervous breakdown. And again, not to say that I haven't been through shit that warrants a breakdown or warrant, problems mentally. I don't know. I don't
You just
have
know how to
that.
cope. Maybe you know how to
I
cope
think
well.
that's what it is. I think I cope, and I don't have time for breakdowns. I don't.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well,
But no,
you know what?
I haven't.
That's what makes the world go around. Because not everybody's gonna know like be everything,
Mhm.
and I think that's what helps. Like
Mhm.
what you're saying is that what you're saying is it's a natural thing. Some people have to build it, like myself.
Yeah, I'm not that friend that is. I'm very much the tough love friend. Like, okay, this is your problem. Okay, let's fix it. What are we gonna do? Let's go. Let's work. I'm not that cry and feel sorry for it. No, I don't have that.
And I wanted to get into Billy Elsewood's comment because I definitely don't want that being unnoticed. But my mental health is very bad. I give up with everyone. That's why I deleted most of my social medias. So that's why I said that's why this topic I stay on a little longer, because I know there are people that are out there suffering with depression and things like that.
Sometimes you know what? It's not about people that you already know. Sometimes you need to talk to a stranger who is non-biased. He doesn't know, he or she, they don't know, your life, but you need to talk to somebody. Sometimes a stranger is the best person to talk to. And by stranger, I mean somebody who has a medical degree and they're a therapist or a psychiatrist or a psychologist, whichever one of the you need.
I agree with both. There's sometimes you meet some people who have like me. I'm not a psychologist, but you know what? I've been there. I know. Right. I know what it is. It's like, because I don't have the textbook to it, but I also have the experience to it.
Oh yeah, that's why my motivational videos are the way they are, because I lived through it.
You meet people I believe God puts people in your life at the right time.
Absolutely.
People who you're not going to see ever again, but they're going to tell you something. Like you said, they're going to keep it real. For me, sometimes with a therapist, depending on how good they are. Sometimes you get some people who are really gifted and talented, and it's like, wow, this was your calling and you did it. And then some people are just there for a paycheck. And they write things down. So, you got to be careful with, like, you really got to be savvy with who you deal
taking your advice from.
Get the advice from.
Absolutely.
Which is hard when you're in that position. When you're in that position, and that's the reason why a lot of people get caught up. And like, I just feel like when you're in mud, it's kind of hard to see where the pavement is, right? Just like products, just like facial products we talked about. You can't use a whole bunch of different products, and then you're not going to know what works. Same thing with mental health. You can't run around doing this and then applying this and then doing that and then doing this. Try it out. It's a healing process. See what works and what doesn't work for you.
Because not everybody, because they, suggestions are like meditation, listening to music. Like my regimen, what I do when I know I'm stressing a lot, I take a mental break. That's what I do. Like, because I'm big, like we're business women pretty much. So we're always going. My mind is going, boom, boom, boom. I got to be here. I got to be there. And sometimes it's to the point where I'm trying to figure out how to sleep. That's how busy my mind gets. And Nikki knows. I keep it transparent with Nikki. I'll tell her, look, man, I haven't been sleeping well. My mind is doing too much. I'm going to step back for a minute. I'm going to take a break. I'm taking a break because we all need that. I don't care if your mother or whatever. You need, even if it's just 15 minutes of your day, not even that. You need some quiet time. If it's taking a bath, get you some bath salts, get you some lavender, chamomile tea, whatever you got to do. But you need to have a moment of peace and reflection. So that's why meditation is encouraged, because I listen to solfeggio sounds. I also like music. Solfeggio sounds is brain frequency sounds. So it's just like a doo-doo. It's like a sound that, depending on your, what you want your mood to be, it can be concentration, it can be anything, but it helps you focus. It's best when you listen to the headphones, but you just close your eyes. Don't be doing anything else. Don't be scrolling on your Facebook. Don't be doing nothing. You need to distract. I think Aida, we talked about it before. She takes her phone away completely put it down because that picking this stuff up will keep your mind moving.
Distraction.
Once a week, I try my best, right? I'm not always successful, but I do regenerate my energies. Like for me, what is that word called? Empath. I'm a very emotional person. So I pick on an energies from people. And I never quite understood that before when I was younger, because I'd be like, oh, they probably have something against me. No, I'm picking up what they feel. They're sad. So I don't know why they're sad, but they're sad. And now I've become more knowledgeable about that, about my gift. I mean, that's what I call it. So when I sense things, I like to peep things out and I backtrack. So knowing that, I'm overwhelmed. By the time I'm with you, I feel all these energies. I feel like, oh, this is a lot. I need to shut down. I need to take the electronic, gadgets away from me. I need to meditate. I need to do a little bit of yoga. I need to listen to different sounds, whether that's like native Indian sounds, that's classical sounds, orchestra sounds, jazz, blues, those type of genres rather. I like listening to, because I don't want lyrics. I don't want words to interrupt my frame of thinking. You want something smooth, so that way you can organize your thoughts. And it is probably the best thing I ever do for myself. It's a great thing. And that's that pray.
That's why the way I do my motivational videos, I do understand the essence of calmness. So, because you got those motivational videos, they're yelling at you. You need to get on there and get up and support yourself. Not everybody's is sensitive to certain things, So me, I take the more meditative approach where I'm just calm and everybody listen to me and my voice. So you're hearing the rise and fall of my voice, if anybody noticed it. But I'm doing that purposely where I'm soft tone. You're hearing the message. You're getting stuck in that because you're like, you know what, her voice sounds, I'm about to go. Like, I've heard people say, I was about to go to sleep.
I like both ways. Like,
exactly.
I like that military style.
Yes.
I see somebody I'd be like, all right, I gotta go. When I'm working out, I love all that. Yes, to get it in, And I'm like, yeah, I got it. Yes. But when I'm cleaning my house, I started playing your stuff when I'm cleaning my house, and I'm like, just really laid back. Then I'll listen to your stuff.
Yeah. It depends on your mood. That's what you need. So it's like some people like that, the military. All right, get your butt up. I love shaking it down. Or you got okay.
I'm like, yeah, he's right.
But sometimes you need that tough love. Like, get out there. What are you doing? Get your big self up and
all the time.
Get out your face. Yeah.
I do that when I'm cleaning my house. Like, if I'm not going to do that when there's times and moments for everything. So what do you do for motivation? Do you listen to anything, Nikki, or not really? Some people just don't do it. Some people, what are you laughing at?
My face, probably. She always laughing at my expressions.
And if anybody knows me, when they ask me, what do I do to unwind? What do I do to relax myself? What does Nikki V do to quiet this right here? You know what Nikki V does?
I know it.
Masturbate.
There you
Nikki
go.
V masturbates often.
I thought it was something else. Look at me.
You know it. You know. Because let me tell you this. Let me tell you about masturbation, folks. Masturbation is so much more than just an orgasm.
It is.
The orgasm, don't get me wrong. Don't listen, Miss A2B, okay? It's so much more than just the orgasm, all right? It's so much more than that.
No. I'm not laughing. I'm saying, you know what? I'm proud of you because you doing you, boo. That's what this is about.
I'm doing me, boo, and I'm doing me unapologetically. Because here's the thing, though. It does quiet your mind. But yes, you get that orgasm. It relieves stress.
Oh my God.
It releases endorphins in your whole entire body. So endorphins, you can't be stressed out and mad and upset. when you've got endorphins
But,
coursing through your entire body.
When you say that, you just open a Pandora's box, and that's the reason why a lot of people cheat. When they're going through a lot of stress in their relationship, that's why a lot of guys
they need to bust a nut. They need to bust a nut.
There you go.
But they're releasing toxins and everything you're saying.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yes. Now, I'm not telling y'all assholes to go cheat. No, I'm talking about masturbation. So
I know.
Self-pleasure.
Self-pleasuring.
I just had to put that out there.
Maggie,
but man, that's what I do. When I'm stressed out. That's my number one go-to. I'll probably smoke, listen to music. But
I'm gonna add to that. It's nothing like having you a nice salt bath, where because I can have a hemp bath salt. I have the lavender and chamomile salt where I just have this, bath. I have my candles. I'm very great on incense. Incense and smells and things. I gotta have like a vibe. I gotta have like my lights a certain way. I gotta dim my lights and I'm just in a zone, and nothing like having a good bath and masturbating naked and just carefree. That's the best feeling in the world. You got to do that for yourselves every day. I don't care if you're male or female.
And I don't care if you're married or not.
Yeah, you got to self-pleasure yourself.
Listen,
absolutely.
Something. I do not want my husband in my little studio that he just cleaned out for me to bop me upside my head and me telling you my bedroom business, okay? The show gonna be over. But no,
you ain't gotta say nothing.
I don't know. Like, honestly, I hear you 100%, and I applaud you for coming out and openly saying that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it.
Absolutely. Let's see. Oh my God, show over. It's just, you know what? It's safe.
Wait, I don't want to skip over Sean's comment because it is legitimate. Be careful with the phrase "be strong." Sometimes people use that to avoid trauma or not do the work. That is very much so true.
I don't understand that. What do you mean? Sometimes people avoid trauma. What do you mean? I don't understand.
By just saying be strong, and that some people will use that as an excuse to not deal with the issue that's at hand. They'll just skip over it and say, okay, I'm going to be strong, rather than deal with what's going on mentally. So he's saying, just be careful with, I don't think I've ever uttered those words, but you didn't. But
you're being honest.
Maybe somebody did, and that's why he made that comment. But
yeah,
I get that, because some people will be like, I gotta be strong, and then you're skipping over the issue. And
right,
you're saying to be dealt with.
You're not applying it. You're not applying the action.
Really running. Yeah, you're not really being strong. You're being a coward, and you're not dealing with what needs to be dealt with. So I totally agree with that. But yeah,
that's a good point.
I'm down with you. Yes, Nikki, be like, girl, I know you ain't sitting crying over your dead roses. I am not that cold-hearted. I'm gonna need you to sit down some damn where, Aunt.
On that note, we're coming up on our half hour, and we want to get into it.
God.
Let's go ahead and close it out.
I'm gonna kick your butt. My mother recommends you. Jesus Christ. Mom, I hope you're laughing your ass off right now. Thanks a lot. Oh my God.
That's it. It gets real. But let's go into, we don't have so much fun on this show.
God.
You know what, ladies, this has been a great first episode of us together. Well, we did it for the Saturday, but for her initial, at first she was just a guest. Now she's part of the show. So let's get into the sidebar. Yeah. And the reason why we are wearing what we're wearing.
Hold on, I gotta represent.
Whatever. You gotta
represent. I know they suck. Listen to me. I have faith. You know what? One thing I can say. Yes. The giant. suck right now, people. I get it, but I'm loyal to them. I can't help it. I can't help it. These shirts, when your team is doing really bad, and I admit they do it bad, but when they finally do become good, that's what I can brag about that. I have a right to talk about it. That's why when we won the Super Bowl and that, I was like, yes. I mean, we haven't had one ever since then, but
yeah.
At least we all can say we ain't no flip-flopping. We ain't no flip-flopping ass fans. We are loyal. We're loyal.
Yes.
We loyal.
The reason why, while we're wearing these, I'm gonna go ahead. We have our Sarah Thomas will be the first official referee at a Super Bowl, basically for this upcoming first female official Super Bowl in history. So we have a female woman. So we just had to do this for the women.
Yes.
We're doing this for her. Shout out to Sarah. Is Sarah her name?
Yes, Sarah Thomas. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I still didn't do my homework. I didn't do my homework on this one.
Monday, right? This Sunday?
It's Sunday. Yes.
It's this Sunday.
Yeah, so woman, we're making history. 2021, first VP president, woman VP president, and first woman for NFL, a referee for NFL, and she's at the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. The big game.
Can
the
you
one
imagine
that counts.
She's feeling right now? Can you imagine? I wish I could be like a fly on her wall because magnificent.
Absolutely. I'm so happy for her.
And that's why I love so basically what I'm trying to be is the Pam Oliver of Atlanta Falcons. So,
but you're gonna look way better than Pam Oliver look. I'm sorry, not sorry. I had to say it. Maggie gonna look way better than Pam Oliver, boo boo.
Oh yeah, them wigs gonna be right. I'm just letting you listen. Just saying that. Them wigs gonna be together. But
we're not gonna have you out here looking crazy, okay? Because clearly Miss Pam don't got no real friends.
But I am owner of Atlanta Falcons Nation. A lot of people don't know who I am. They're still trying to figure me out. I'm starting out. People were coming at me very evil. Like, sports has been in my life. Like, sports been like ever since my dad was watching the Super Bowl. I don't care what team was in. I used to enjoy those moments where I can sit with my father and watch the Super Bowl and everything. So I'm a longtime Falcons fan because he is a Falcons fan. He's Georgia.
Wow.
So even when I didn't know what was going on, I'm just like the fact that I'm spending quality time with my dad.
Yeah.
So I grew into sports like that. And the fact that I have a twin sister. It was nobody else that liked sports like that. So that was our bonding too. So it was dad, us, we love football. So I just naturally just loved it. And then until I got older, I started going to the games and watching it and getting more into it. I enjoy it. A lot of women don't. And the fact that I can connect that with my mate and things like that, so we can sit down together and, it's just a lot with that. But I just got to the point where it was like, just, that's all I talked about. Sports. It's a lady that just had an interview with another guy, channel, the UK, Atlanta Falcons UK guys. They had a lady that they interviewed. She's from the Athletics, but her story was similar to mine. She said, I was just talking football all the time. And I also like to write. Why not put the two together?
Okay.
So that's me. It's like, I love talking about it. Why not make a career out of it? Why not make money talking about it? And there was a lot of people that was coming at me. Like, I used to get in debates with men that was intimidated by a woman that knew a little bit about her sports. People was coming, like recently, last year, coming at me with all kinds of derogatory names and things like that. I got called bees, and you don't know.
Well, you know what? That's how you know you're on the right path. That's how you know you're doing something right. If you don't got no haters, I'm sorry, but you're not doing shit. If you don't have hate, that's how you know you're doing something right, when you have haters.
Absolutely. So people was coming at me and still coming at me. Like, they be coming at me with a vengeance. But you know what? I don't let it bother me. because it's like I'm doing something right for you to be hating on me.
Okay.
Your passion is your passion, and you should never let anybody bring you down from that. As far as like sports, I know I have no clue what's going on. I'm only in it for the festivities and for the food. Let's be honest.
That's okay.
But
at least you do that though, because some women just don't be interested in it at all.
Right. Like I do enjoy it. Really, watching how my son and my husband have conversations about and have passionate conversations about sports players and so forth. I feel like, wow, that's great. But it's not something that I'm going to try to like memorize. Like, I'm just not into it like that, but I'll support you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got it. I know what a touchdown is.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, as long as you're not doing that, let's put on Housewives of, whatever. Like, no, I'm gonna sit here and pretend like I like it. At least you're gonna cheer and know that, okay.
And you know what? And I'm not gonna talk crap unless I know what I'm talking about, which is very little, so that I don't talk that much. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. Probably Maggie with some guys is that they feel like, she's just a girl. And my thing is that there's a lot of commentators that haven't played sports. So what difference does it make if it's a man or a woman talking?
Right.
What difference does that make? You don't have to be on a field to know what you're talking about.
Exactly. I live, eat, and sleep this football and sports, period. Like, this is what I do. Like, this is just embedded in me. And now that I'm doing it, now I got to even study it and look up news articles and really get into the sources. So I'm really getting into the heads of these players and everything. So
I love it.
It's a new avenue for me. And I'm creating Atlanta Falcons Nation is a network of different guys that are content creators that just are passionate about the football game as well, about their teams. They come together collectively and they take the direction from me. A female that can operate a group. I want to say we got, I can't even count, maybe 4 or 5, 6 or 7, and then individual men that take direction from a lady and is respected in the game.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I went into a live chat with you, and like I try to, when I feel like if I'm trying to get to know someone, I try to learn all of them. I try to learn who they are, what they're all about. And with you, I actually went into one of your segments, one of your live chats. And you know what I wanted to see? I didn't understand what you guys were talking about. You could have been talking Chinese, but you know what? I saw your facial expressions and I saw the love you had for it. So I was like, all right, okay. And I got to appreciate that side of you. So when I hear you talking, I know you're talking realness.
Absolutely. It's my heart. It's my soul. Like, this is what I do. And then Lush Exchange. This right here is therapy for me. To have a conversation amongst women that are on the same page. And it's no hate. It's no, because we do so much to bring each other down. And, like, why can't we just come together collectively and love each other and uplift one another? That's my motivational speeches. Like, we have to come together like that.
I think a lot of insecure. I think there's a lot of I think in our society, women have, well, not anymore. I hope it's changing. I think women are becoming more open to who they are and what they are, and realizing that they don't have to duplicate anyone else but themselves. A lot of women do feel a little insecure. Like, for instance, like for me, I don't work out because I want to get skinny. I work out because I want to work out. I don't want to look like anything but me. I want to be my best version of me, the best way I know how. I know when I started this journey, I linked up with an online coach because I was like, all right, this is what I need to do. And she asked me, she's like, what do you want to do? She's like, do you want to shed some pounds, this and that? And I was like, yeah. Because I was so gung-ho about starting something new, right? So I did it. And then I noticed that I was losing weight. And I don't like that. I didn't like that. I was losing too fast and too much. And you know what? When you're my age, see, when I was your age in my 30s, I could gain weight, lose weight, and be like, yeah, still keep marching. When you get older, when you're in your 40s, when you lose weight, it sags. Your skin sags. So my crow's feet, when I lost weight, I saw like more wrinkles, and I was like, whoa, that's not what I'm trying to do. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go in it and just go how my body
your skin,
out,
you're in.
as long as I'm healthy,
Happy,
I'm eating healthy, and I'm happy.
There you go.
As long as I'm happy.
You ain't got to be a size 2. You ain't got to be none of that. Like, just be, love who you are. You don't got to, like, love, go, look in the mirror, look at yourself and love you. It don't matter what size you are. You can be healthy at any type of weight. As long as you're taking care of your body. Everybody want to be a this and that and, you know, get this all. You ain't got to do all that.
You know how much work that takes to try to be something that you're not? And then how miserable you are because you're doing it, and then you look at yourself in the mirror and then you still see more flaws. I say stop. Don't try to be perfect. Personally, my belief, the only perfect being in this world is God. You need to love yourself how you are and what you are. Now, you guys know, as far as like cosmetics and all that stuff, I'm not against it. I've done it myself. But at the end of the day, you know, you can't keep on hitting surgery centers. You can't keep on saying, oh, I want this, I want this change. You know what? You need to be happy with yourself. Know when to call it quits. I don't want to look like a Wendy Williams. Look, she looks nuts to me. Like, right? You ever saw, I don't want to age like that. I want to age like a Martha Stewart.
Gracefully.
You know what I'm saying? I want to age like, who else is out there? A Jane Fonda. You know, who else? How about are there any women of color that are aging beautifully? Good. Who else? Who else looks good that's older?
I want to say what is that? Kimberly? No. Felicia Rashad, her sister, all of them. They're really aging gracefully. They're definitely.
Tony Braxton's mother, Tony Braxton's mom looks good. I saw Tony Braxton took a picture of her mom for her birthday recently.
Lisa Ray, Cicely
you know
Tyson. Yes.
I was gonna say my mom. Shout out to my mom. My mom's 74 years old and she's driving. She does things independently. And I don't know, it's because I look at her and I say, wow, you know, I'm so proud of her. The other day, my niece put a wig on her, and you should see she looked good. I was like, "Oh my God, is that my mom?" It's all about how you feel about yourself, and really laugh.
How you take care,
Be happy, move around. Don't. You know what? When I used to deal with depression, I know we gotta go, right? Oh my God, we've been out here for a minute. Let me shut up.
I'm gonna read these comments, and then we're gonna get to it. Nick Turner, yo, my auntie be putting dudes to shame. She be knowing technique, stats, game, tape. Women are dope. And Maggie T, Nikki V, you guys are never biased to anything or anyone else, especially with motivation and love. Now we got Miss A to B to add to that. And one more. Maggie, I would say you are very professional and organized, even dealing with you and Nikki on the project. We're working on you guys are quick with input and open ideas, Black excellence.
Nice.
So I'm saying y'all gonna get to know Miss A to B more and more often because she's also amazing. Angela Bassett. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Let's go ahead and get into the after shot. So you know that was a sidebar. But let's get into this after shot. So the after shot is just promo. Let me go ahead and get my link and go ahead. I think Mike put it in there, but I'll put it back on there as well. But I wanted to have my best friend's, I couldn't get her screenshot of her album, but if you are locally to Georgia, if you have been checking my profile, I do promote an artist called Icy the Rebel. That's like my best friend, my girl. But she just came out. She's coming out with the new hit for the summer. It's hot. It is hot. But she's actually looking for models and dancers for this shoot. So, if you take care of your body and you're looking good and everything, and you know you can dance a little bit, that's who she's looking for. So, and
So I need to
actors.
come to Atlanta. That's what
There
you're
you
telling
go.
me. I
There
need
you
to come to
go.
Atlanta, huh?
They need actors. She need actors as well for the video shoot. So even if you don't dance and do anything, she's looking for people to be in the crowd scene as well. Of course, I'm finna be up in that thing. You already know
I'll
it.
act my ass off.
Yes. So I will be about to be in there somewhere.
I'm like,
Mm-hmm. But her name is Icy the Rebel. I'll come back to it next week and give you guys, a little bit more promo because I don't have it.
All right.
Yes.
I want to listen to
yes.
Maggie, drop the link so Sean can join.
Oh, we didn't even do that today, you guys.
Yeah, I thought we were, this is perfect timing.
We're like in the middle of it right now.
Let's do it. So I'm dropping the link for Sean Dunn, the comedian. Oh, because we're going to make this huge announcement. We already made a big announcement.
While we're waiting on Sean, A to B, you have anything going on? What's going on with you? Anything you want to promote?
Oh, just my channel. My first always. This upcoming week, I decided to do video 26 about healing and transformation. So I don't know. I guess listen, for all of you people who actually follow me, if you see my videos, you guys know I shoot from the hips. I don't really plan anything. I speak based on experience and what I've been through, and hopefully I help some people, and I get some messages from IG from some followers, and I obviously what I'm saying is working. So thank you, and I appreciate it. Keep supporting me. Subscribe. All right.
That's right. And we got Mr. Sean Dunn. So we finna make this big announcement, people. I hope you're watching. Let's go, Sean. How you doing, sir?
Hey.
How's everybody doing? Hey. This was a dope show.
Thank you.
This was a dope show. Like promoting health and all of that. Yeah. Yeah, that was dope. Like I was tuned in the whole time, even though I'm not a woman and I don't have an OBGYN or anything like that. It's still interesting information. But yeah, big announcement. So I have a podcast. It's called Sean and Juan TMI. TMI stands for Talk My Ish. A little bit of backstory, because I am a big advocate for mental health. One of the reasons that I even started doing comedy is because I think there's so much ugliness out here in the world. And I think that just to be able to give people the gift of smiling, laughing, even if it's just for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. That's a blessing to even be able to do that. So I would hope to think that that's my little contribution to humanity. To have, if you got something going on, if you got big feet, let's laugh at the big feet. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is. Because sometimes that is a part of getting past it, getting through it, not getting past it, getting through it.
Yeah.
But having said that, my podcast, me and my partner, Sean and Juan TMI, we rebooted in 2021, so we have a whole new setup. We have a whole new thing. We get on there, we do a lot of the same things y'all do, and we're a little bit more ignorant than y'all. So
okay.
Yeah. We gotta try to be a little bit more fulfilling. But we will be bringing Lush Exchange to our set, and we will be having a joint podcast, Lush Exchange and TMI. Yes, it's gonna be ignorant and enlightening. Right,
I'm here for all the ignorant. I'm here for the ignorant part.
You gotta tune in because it's two guys, two ladies, so we're gonna have the battle of the sexes on this podcast.
Yes.
And like I said, ain't none of us got no sense. So tune in, have some fun, heal your soul. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. So we got some fun.
This is gonna be so much fun.
And we are traveling for this, actually. So me and Nikki gonna get on an early flight to go ahead and meet them. And now we're gonna broadcast that probably for Wednesday, but we're shooting on Saturday this weekend. So look out for it. It's gonna be promos and everything.
Yeah.
But look out for this battle of the sexes.
By the way, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Excellent job.
I subscribed to you when the two ladies told me about you. So
say what? Yeah, thank you. Excellent job though. It's dope.
Subscribe back. right.
Yeah.
About mental health.
I can't wait. So yeah, Lush Exchange. We headed to STL and we're taking over STL.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice.
Let's see who wins this battle of the sexes. Let's see. We gonna see something.
Us. Just let you know. Let me put my Pure Romance link in the chat, though, people. That
Oh yeah, I
want
put
to
the
get
soap link
all
in
the-
there too.
okay.
Cause her restock is tomorrow
Perfect.
morning. Y'all better
Perfect.
order bright and early in the morning.
So
Yeah,
what
so
are
get
you
you some
doing?
coochie and miracle
Thank
oil.
you for coming on.
Thank you, Sean.
Yes.
Go ahead, Ada.
See you
Go ahead,
Saturday.
Ada.
Yeah. I think that's a great right? That's a good way to end the show. That was beautiful.
On that note.
Yeah.
On that note, here's my link. Shop with me. Get you some coochie. If you're following me, get your coochie.
Get you some coochie. Oh man.
There you go. Get you some coochie and miracle oil and everything else.
When you put this up, you better make sure you put you know how when you the description of your video, you better put that down. Coochie. Talk a little bit about
and shop with Nikki. So we got, like, if you're following Nikki, you would shop with her. If you're following me, you'll shop with me. That's how we do things. So we don't cross anybody else. So you know, if Nikki's your girl, that's who you shop with. If I'm your girl, you shop with me. And eventually we're gonna get Miss A to B to do it. But
actually, I got Monet. Remember, that's a new company I'm doing. Monet skincare and hair, skincare and hair. And Gabby, I got you.
I'm sick of this camera not disconnected. But let's go ahead and get up out of here. We don't held this up. This was a great thank you. This was a dope episode, wasn't it? Like when we get together and we get passionate about something, there's no time limit. But of course, we can't have y'all all night, and we all got to go get up and go to work. Thank you. Thank you. And my child is peeking in now. That means time to go. Yeah. So
it's time to go.
Good night, people. Appreciate you guys. Come back next week, next Wednesday, same time. We'll have a great topic. We'll let you know what it's about. But appreciate you guys. Thank you. Subscribe to Lush Exchange, because I think the last time I looked, we're
almost to 400.
We're 10 away. Well, last time I looked, we was 10 away. I'm about to check that right now.
9 away. I think I checked last time 9. Well, you probably 10. But I think
it's slowly creeping up.
Oh, let's see what we got. There you go.
What is it?
It's still 10 away.
Okay.
390. So unless somebody took their like away, but that's all right. It's okay. That's how we do it. But appreciate y'all. Follow that link. Miss Nikki and me, their link. Shop with us. And I appreciate you guys. This is Love Month. You make sure you get your stuff. And we out. Peace. Get your butt on. Get your butt on. My child.